Right, welcome back. So, I won't be playing too long tonight, maybe just an hour or more. But we're back for Chapter 2 on Dune Awakening, and I think I'm still in Arrakeen, if I remember correctly. And I just wanted to fly by the base, drop off some stuff, make sure we have enough materials and whatnot, because I think the quest now leads us into the deep desert. I just need to drop some things, right? Basically. So just gonna head back quickly to the base before going to the deep desert. I also wanted to check out this new weapon here. This one. Alright. Alright, let's see. 76. Yep, not even close. Maybe I could sell it, I guess. Alright, this can all go. This is all not part of the inventory. Guess I'm gonna take more ammunition actually. Got water, you know. I don't think we need anything extra. I'm really just gonna go for the quest, I think. Although saying that, also not what I wanted. Oh, it's at the bottom there. 76, that's not enough. Oh, yeah. I could get a 10,000 Solari reward, which is like whatever.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
I mean, can I get out before the fucking sandstorm hits? Yes, I hope so. Yes, we should be fine. I haven't been to the desert in a while, so let's see what... so we have to go to B5, right? Which means... Okay, so go B5. Oh, it's even. This one. Yeah, I should have taken the middle one, of course. Let's do that. Because it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not 8, 2, whatever. Yeah. Right, so 1, 2, 3 is left. 4, 5, 6 is middle. 7, 8, 9 is right. Do you actually get as rewards here? 200 XP, okay. XP. XP. Seems boring. Assault. Alright, so it's somewhere here in this place. That. It is just an empty cave. Tricked me. I saw something over here. But just gonna go to the other side of this. This looks about right. This looks promising. This might be it. Fetch the Valet's body. Cryptic note. Let's have a look at it. Picture me in glorious days before the downfall of a once great city.
Poor Austin. He thought I wanted justice. He thought I cared. What I wanted was my grandmother's necklace. The Star of Wisova. 6 generations of Vise wore it. Smuggled from a cag in a corset lined with blood. Gone when Carthag went up in flame. Austin saw the tears. He thought they meant something, so he gave me his truth like it was a gift. I didn't betray him, not in the end. I kept his secret and lost the necklace anyway. Even if I'd held it again, it wouldn't bring back the ballroom, or the music, or the dancers. You can't ransom ghosts. And gods be damned, the dead never write thank you notes.
She's sad how she's stuck in the past. Several valuable items stamped with the Harkonnen crest. One crate contains a large marble head of Janus. A torn page from a manifest. A sheet with lists of names, each stating a shared stock volume and total value. Some names have been struck through, and the total value adjusted on the remaining names. The sheet seems to be the second part of a longer document. Whoa. Oh my god, I fucking accidentally jumped out of the game. That I should have left the ornithopter there, I guess, because then I would have been able to jump to the ornithopter as a vehicle respawn. Well, this means just I accidentally closed the game, so that's why I couldn't actually do anything. It took me a few seconds to get back into the game. By that time, I was dead. This is insane. It's reaching me. It looks like it is. Come on. Does this have a boost? No. Oh, it's going past. Okay, cool. Alright, I just want to go back to my dead body to basically pick up money. It's here. Let's do this again. Also, of course, to avenge myself. Kill those people that killed me, I guess. And these guys have a lot of HP. Shit. Alright, avenged. And we have to go back to Tors. That means there was incredibly quick and short run into the deep desert here. Because I'm not going to do anything else here at the moment. Night has set. I mean, maybe. So my assault ornithopter has a boost. At the same time, the assault ornithopter is not as quick. But is it worth it because of the boost? That's the question. I'll be honest, I thought that would be like a dungeon kind of thing. But that was quite quick. Alright, we're going to Arcane. Let's see if I can actually sell that weapon. Oh. This one. I don't even know. No clue if they will work or not. I've had good luck before at the auction house. I've sold items for 100,000 of similar value, of similar kind of like make. That was of course a month ago or so, a couple of months ago. I don't know. So it's probably not as populated anymore. I don't think. Saying that, I mean with the free expansion.
You again?
Right, let's talk to Tors. See what's happening next.
Report on the deep desert.
Found the valet, what's left of him, and a vault stocked with high-value cargo. She wasn't traveling light.
Murder's noise. Cargo is signal. What kind of high value?
I found part of a manifest.
Let me see it. Huh. Yes, I recognize some of these names. Tell me what you see.
I believe the vault holds the last riches of Carthag's nobility, taken before the city died.
Interesting. What makes you say that?
I looked at some of the items. It seems they belonged to the nobility from that time.
I see.
She rambled about a necklace. My guess she used the stolen goods to bargain for it.
You met with her? Somehow I missed that in your cheerful updates. A necklace, is it? It sounds like her. Sentiment wrapped around leverage.
Not a conversation, just her voice on a reel. She talks to the lens like it's a confessional.
Of course. A Shigawai confession. Last refuge of the melodramatic. Easier to confess to a machine than face a reckoning, I suppose. Anything else?
Makes me wonder if one of the names on the list is angling for a bigger cut.
Possibly, but everyone's always angling for something. It doesn't mean it's worth chasing. Anything else?
I don't see anything really. What am I missing?
If it were obvious, you wouldn't be asking. The answer's buried. Figuratively and literally.
Found a cryptic note on her valet. Looks like some kind of code. Maybe to unlock something.
Coincidentally, I have a seat at a banquet with Phaedra Vine, and several others listed on that manifest. I'll gather what I can there. You go back to Phaedra's apartment. That note might be our next key.
Speaking of the note, any chance you could help me make sense of
Read
it?
it. What did it say?
Picture me in glorious days before the downfall of once great city. That sounds like one of the pictures.
Subtle
Paintings.
as ever. She's leaving you a memory dressed as a riddle. What do you need help with?
I think I have what I need. I'll get going. I mean, we already found the footprints, right, leading into one of the bookcases. At the same time, the note, it sounds a lot like... Where am I going? I think I just made a completely useless run. Hold on. Anyway. It sounds a lot like... You know, and painting of her is here in the old days. And the city is obviously old Carthage, so... Let's see what we can find. I don't need Thor's help. We're on the wrong side? Oh. Yeah, you want a scanner for this, so... At the same time, there was one of the frames was empty. Right, so I have this empty frame here. Yeah, so there was 2 paintings with her. One of that. Yep, this one's empty. Cool. Picture me in my glorious days before the downfall of a once great city. I don't know. How would I know? I want to say... There you go. Indicates intricate schematics over old Carthage. It's dated 10/194. Alright, so what... I mean, these numbers all kind of look the same. Right, so there's just one sticking out, a line, one sticking out. Right. This, and then that one. Cool.
But Mother, we happily say the words every morning. Fine.
I've been trying to say this for weeks. Carthage. You want the truth? I was hired to fix a problem, quietly. A man, high voice, long shadow, wanted something buried. No noise, no survivors. I helped him, mapped fault lines, tuned resonance, knew exactly what would happen. They paid me, gave me a new collar, a title I never earned. Carthag fell. You've seen the ash. But I laid the tracks. When the train came, I looked away. The nightmares aren't fire or screams, they're silence. That moment before, I could have said no. Now it's inside me. The rot. I drink, I work, I don't sleep. Take this, sell it, burn it. Just remember someone new, even if I don't tomorrow. The two men say first silence, then dust, then wings in the dark. I used to think it was poetry. Now, it feels like a countdown.
What is that other voice in the background? Right, that is on. Right, so this is definitely, you know, Harkonnen materials. Anyway. Her body, she's dead. Make forensic summation of physical evidence. Dead woman's posture and slack limbs suggest sudden death. There's a knife on her neck. She died where she sat with no signs of resistance or desperate flail of fight. No formal classic toxic signs. Death arrived swiftly without struggle and without warning. Trained assassin. Death came from someone within her circle or posing as such. Examine the upper body. Stainless stiletto dagger buried to the hilt is visible just above the collarbone. Poison snooper. No toxins. Examine the stiletto hilt. Identify the weapon. Harkonnen Dragoon captains wear them in their boots. A blade meant for energy shield combat and close work. No poison on the weapon either. Examine the face. No obvious signs of physical trauma. Perfect symmetry in aquiline bone structure. Mouth. Yep. Eyes. Glassy and discolored. Cool. Top part of torn manifest. A sheet with a list of names, seeming the first page of previous list. A name is scribbled on the top. Overseer Montorsival. Banquet guest list. 13 names on the list. There's a mask. Noble mask. Scanning the mask reveals a tiny, almost invisible, retractable needle hidden right next to the mouth. Alright. Poison report from the mask. A slip confirming a poison trace on a small retractable needle inside the mask. Someone poisoned the mask on the inside. She put it on and then killed her, I assume. Alright, we need to talk to Tiji or Gary. Where's that? You heard that name before, that's for sure. Tiji or Gary. I haven't talked to her yet. But the name was mentioned before. I have a feeling the loading screens get longer and longer. Maybe I just get more impatient. Or they get longer and I get more impatient. Both can be equally true. We have talked to her.
Oh, hey there, friend. That's not normally a good I trade in. I'm more hands-on.
I know you trade goods with Phaedra.
And I've got lots of customers, each with their own sordid affairs. None of my business.
She's dead.
That's unfortunate.
It's vital that I understand what she was trading.
I shouldn't say. It's not good business. It's not safe.
Do you know who creates these masks?
No.
Do you know she was blackmailing Austin?
I knew she was scheming up something to put together the scratch she'd need to get that necklace she obsessed over.
We just asked about that. I've heard a recording she spoke of a necklace.
All right. The lady was obsessed with her ancestral jewels, which I gather she lost with old Carthag. She particularly yearned for a necklace, the Star of Wisova. Turns out an enterprising scavenger had it. So Phaedra hatched some kind of scheme to get up the money to reacquire the necklace.
I have this manifest. Top of the list, the Overseer. Do you know who that is?
Damn, I've got an answer, but you aren't going to like it. Phaedra was part of a little cabal who collectively had a stash of treasure they took out of old Carthag before it blew. Last to live takes the pot. Phaedra was making desperate trades to get the funds to retrieve her ancestral necklace. Well, anything could happen in that nest of covetous snakes. As for that person listed on the manifest, the Overseer, that is Sub-Prefect Tors. He's overseeing that group.
Of course. Tors, no. Why wouldn't he tell me?
Not the sort of thing you spill over afternoon tea, is it?
Tors is going to that banquet. What if he was behind this all along?
I suppose you'll be catching up with him then and leaving in a hurry, huh?
Of course. Plans within plans within plans. I mean, he said he was going to a banquet, right? But at the same time, he obviously didn't said anything about being part of that cabal at all. Enter the banquet. Well, let's see if you find a few more bodies and dead people.
That's not your door to open, stranger. Push it, and you'll find I'm harder to move than most.
It's a nice armor. I know it's a private gathering, but I need to speak with someone inside.
And by order of the Emperor, I'm telling you to slow your gallop. There's nothing for you inside.
Are you denying access? I just want to be clear from my report.
Who are you, stranger? By the order of the Emperor is usually enough to run most folks off. But look at you. You got the gait of someone walking on borrowed authority.
Oh, it's a sheriff. Time is of the essence. I need a fast word with someone inside.
Fast or slow, I don't think you're gonna get much chatter out of them inside. They're all dead.
Holy shit. Again, this is a really nice armor, actually. Dead, all of them?
We've got one survivor. Technically. Old bird's flapping her wings on the way down. But she'll land soon enough.
I have reason to believe Sub-Prefect Tors is among the guests. I need to confirm it.
Tors at a party. Well, there goes the mood.
The party's over. Let me inside. I might be the only one who knows what to look for.
All right then. Since you're so worked up over it, I could use help matching faces to masks. and seats. And if you already know some of these silk-wrapped corpses, all the better.
I found a guest list with notations for the butler. Might help sort who's who.
Good. That saves us a few hours of corpse roulette. A few of these poor fools I already recognize by build or reputation. The rest you and your list can help with.
How do you know them?
It's my job to know who's whispering in the shadows. This crew kept to themselves. Rich, quiet, and just strange enough to raise my interest. I've had files on half of them since they landed.
Since they landed.
They didn't emerge from the usual noble channels. No banquets, no procession. They landed like cargo off a discreet ledger. No registry, no flight logs I could get my hands on. And they kept to the shadows after. When nobles start behaving like spies, I start watching like one.
What did your observation uncover?
These little gatherings weren't new. Masquerades are not. Same crowd, same vices. Wine, secrets, and shouting matches dressed up as witty banter. Masks just gave them an excuse to say the quiet parts out loud.
Shouting matches about what?
They never shouted about spice or power. It was always the desert. Who knew what? Who had the map? Who owed something? Sounded more like a treasure hunt than a banquet. All I know is they were tight-lipped going out, and even tighter coming back. Anyhow, enough jawing. Let me get a look at that guest list. I'll match it with my data and cut through some guesswork. Appreciate it. Now I'll play scribe. You go play confessor. The old bird is waiting.
The old bird.
Call her countess if you like. I call her the last shriveled thorn on a dead branch. Sharp tongue, sharper memory. Don't be fooled by the frailty. She can still draw blood with a whisper. The butler saw things. Doesn't rattle easy. You do well to speak with him before the details slip through the cracks.
Yes, Sheriff.
See what the butler and the old hawk have to say. After that, come find me. I'll be the one holding this city together.
Okay. He doesn't have any people with him either? Just the sheriff by himself? Doesn't seem natural positions at all. When you're dead, that is. Right, Mr. Butler.
Do forgive the mess. They died as they lived, loudly and with abysmal table manners.
Theophilus, the butler. Theophilus. You are?
Butler to the late lordlings of this doomed affair. My talents include wine pairing, corpse counting, and feigning deference.
What happened to you?
It began as a toast, ended as a cautionary tale. You may pick whichever part offends you the least.
I need a little more than that.
It's simple. Wine was poured, conversation flowed. Then, so did the convulsions. You will forgive my impertinence for pointing out there is a noble here who still draws breath. And her breaths are more important than my breaths. It would behoove you to speak with her while you can.
She the one that's alive? Did I miss her? Huh? I'm too tired for this shit. I'm too old for this shit. Alright, so but what I wanted to say is they haven't calculated this right or coded this right, because when I try here I can talk to him, but when I stay now I can't talk to him. But sometimes it doesn't work. Anyway, alright, so one of them is still alive. Which one? What am I missing here? Blind? Must be. Do this again. Let's start at the beginning. Sam. Oh, it's her. She's there. Gotcha. Crate of wine. Crate of unopened bottles of wine. No poison.
Oh, splendid. An audience. I was beginning to worry I'd die without one.
Sorry to bother you, Countess.
Countess? Did you just address me as Countess?
The sheriff told me I might speak to you if you're comfortable enough to talk.
Did he now? How sweet. That sun-scalded half-breed always did mean well, even if he has the conversational grace of a bricked-up cellar.
So you're not a countess?
Do I look like some lace-draped provincial with a grain tithe and a hobby kennel? I'm a marchioness, you ignorant little envelope.
Is this even marchioness, right? Countess, count? Marquis? One is French, the other one's English, right? Anyway, pleased to meet you, Marchioness.
Alert the criers. We have discovered a pleb who can take instruction.
And what's your name, Marchioness?
I was Eulalia Hawthorne, Marchioness, Patroness. And now I'm just the ghost of better parties and worse decisions.
You know who did this?
No. But whoever it was deserves a medal for culling the herd of those pretentious fools.
Was Sub-Prefect Tors here?
Tors? No, thank the stars. Another bureaucrat sniffing around. Precisely the kind of dull company I avoid.
Let's get this mask off you.
Hands off, you clod! You'll tear my face away.
It's stuck?
No. I'm still wearing it because it goes with my dress. Of course it's stuck. There are tiny barbed claws secreted within the mask. I saw Una Byrne try to remove it, and half her face came away before she fainted.
Why go to such length?
Idiot. The wine merely opened the door. But it was the masks that let death inside. Poison in the wine, poison in the mask. One to loosen the soul, one to pierce it. A double dose for double crossers. Leave the mask alone.
Why do you call them double crosses?
Because betrayal is their native tongue, dear. I watched them turn coats faster than courtiers shed morals. First for survival, then for sport. Let's just say, when money and memory are tied to the same grave, the living tend to grow fangs. By all means, prolong my suffering with your endless prattle.
Any family to notify?
No one worth the effort. Just a pack of maulers fighting over my ruin. They'll whisper sweet poison behind my back, like always. At least death saves me from their petty scheming.
What happened here?
What happened? Fashion suicide, mainly. Graf Vero died smiling, the fool. Spilled his wine and his wit in equal measure. I do admire a man who keeps his mask on while choking.
How did it start?
With one of those ghastly little speeches nobles make when they think they're clever. Then came the toast. Then came the horror.
What was the toast?
This I remember with perfect clarity. She said it with that awful snark of hers, like she's been waiting years to raise the glass. She said, "To ghosts and ash, to the flames we escaped when we should have burned. Every breath since has been stolen, and tonight the debt is due." Hard to forget a toast that theatrical, and not just because it was the last thing I ever drank.
What was the speech about?
I wasn't really listening. Phaedra has a habit of mistaking volume for substance.
Well, that wasn't
And
Phaedra.
I've spent decades letting that woman drone on about guilt and ghosts. I didn't think this time would be different.
We found Phaedra dead, right? So it must be a Gola or clone or whatever in her stead. Who was the speaker?
Our dear hostess Phaedra. And I do mean dear, given what it cost her.
Phaedra Vi, that's possible. I just found her dead in her apartment.
Dead, did you say? But the Toastmaster strutted around with her voice and mask like she owned the place. Typical Phaedra. Can't even die without making herself the center of attention. Bitch.
And Graf Vero?
Graf Ansel Vero. A bloated tick in a borrowed title. He died as he lived. Loud, ridiculous, and surrounded by people pretending to like him.
Graf is a German title, by the way. Yeah, I think it's Earl in English. Unless there's an English one that's the same. What color was his mask?
Blue. A coward's color. Fitting, really. He always did flee when anything required a spine. Or pats.
Oh, he's still alive.
Turns out my precious toxin modulator works. Slows the venom. Preserves the drama. I'll die last. Bloated with envy and resentment. Just how they'd want me.
A summon aid.
Oh, do not ruin this for me. I want to die with some shred of
I mean, at
mystery,
least something, you know.
Not flanked by bumbling concern. One last kindness, dear. My Mauler. Kill them all. They'll spend my death pawing through jewelry and gossiping in the kitchen if you don't.
Kill your Mauler.
It's a tradition, you know. The servants die with the mistress. Mostly forgotten now. Like manners and decency. But I rather like it. Please, kill the little wretches. Choke the life out of them before they sell my underthings for drink.
That falls under 3D security jurisdiction. I file a report.
By the time your little report makes its rounds, the rats will have nested in my wardrobe and auctioned my jewels to smugglers. Perhaps they'll read it at my memorial, just after the appetizers.
Noted and logged. Posthumous review is well within standard protocol. Okay.
Oh
Start.
joy, you've returned. Ah, just when the silence was beginning to heal.
Masks hide more than faces here. What's their story and where do they come
Where
from?
do they come from? Same place as the lies they're meant to hide. Born in the rotting vanity of those too cowardly to show their true selves. Masks are just another way to pretend nobility isn't a disease.
So you don't know.
No, I don't. Forgive me. My training prioritized service over tracing the costume habits of people born allergic to labor. Nothing in this vast universe would please me more than to answer your questions.
Were you present when the toast was raised?
While I was in the room diligently pouring wine just prior, I'm afraid I was away during the actual toast.
Where were you?
I was checking on the status of the soon-to-be-served meal. You do understand my station, don't you? I was present for work, not leisure.
It's a bit weird that there's only one butler as well.
Nothing in this
Like, it's
vast
8-9 people, so.
universe would please me more than to answer your questions.
The table was set for 13 guests, but I only count 11 bodies. Do you know who left?
Pains me to point out the obvious to one of such cunning, but I was too busy performing my duties to note the ingress and egress of each guest. I was instructed to set the table, and nothing, I'm afraid, I do not know of.
Yeah. Okay. Examine the masks. Touch of flesh. Mask is brown terracotta color. She must have enjoyed flaunting her wealth, wearing several heavy gold necklaces with inlaid gems, a brooch, and too many bracelets. I don't want to steal anything from the dead. that is poisoned. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It looks purple. Rogue. Bloodstained love letter to another noble spouse and a folded betting slip naming her various Mola as wages. Okay. Right, so that's 1, 2, here's another 3, 4, 5. Must be the graph. A silver locket. A sliver of a human scalp. Hair still attached. Pressed flat and worn as a keepsake of some private cruelty. Nice. 4. 1, 2. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Empty. Take the handkerchief. 7. Terracotta as well. 7, 8. Oh, that's a graph. Okay. Again, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pendant earring. Clasping a vibrant azure teardrop, gemstone, and delicate golden mounting. Take the earring. The earring seems to belong to someone in this room. Maybe there's someone who could tell you more about it. Oh, they all are. There's 3 of them with blue. That is only 10. Didn't you say we saw fucking 11 bodies? Yep. Did all that.
Oh joy, you've returned. Ah, just when the silence was beginning to heal.
I found this earring. Do you know who wore it?
If it reeks of desperation and mild opium, it likely belonged to the lady in the olive mask. She fancied herself mysterious. Mostly, she was just loud.
Tell me about her.
She was mid-squabble with the one in red. Something about inheritance or infidelity or seating arrangements. Hard to tell with that set. She dropped it in the fray and made no effort to return it. Ah, just when the... While I don't know the specific name attached to that handkerchief, I do recall there was more than one name fitting those initials on the guest list. In any case, someone waved the handkerchief in question dramatically about while arguing over whose knowledge of wine vintages was supreme.
Anything more you can tell me about this person?
Nothing else comes to mind, save that the handkerchief in question carried a distinct perfume, sweet if cloying.
Okay. We were able to... Hold on, we could pick up some stuff from this person as well, right? So maybe let's just do that. Wasn't it her? It wasn't her. Or was it the dead person on the ground? Yep. Oh, can't actually because the sheriff's watching.
Let's have it. Spit it out.
You said you knew some of these victims. Why?
I make it my business to know which flavor of aristocrat is stinking up my city. Most of them never set foot outside their compounds, but I keep a ledger. Names, habits, whispered threats. Helps to know who drinks what when they start dropping dead. Spit it out.
Did you know Phaedra Vi?
Only by reputation. Which is to say, scandal, disgrace, and the talent for ruining dinner parties from halfway across the galaxy. Heard she once tried to sue an entire planet for being vulgar. That about paints the picture. Spit it out.
Did you know Austin Lath?
Know him? Sure. Drunk with a martyr complex. And a reading list that screams, arrest me. He's mostly harmless.
He's dead.
I dragged him out of gutters more times than I care to count. And left him there once or twice too. Spit it out.
Yeah, seem to have a beef with the sub-prefect. Why is that?
It's more his beef with me. Or my kind, more specifically. Tor's his old blood. Thinks blue veins and powdered wigs entitle him to obedience. I'm town Fremen, born and scarred. He sees that as an affront, calls me that Fremen thug. I call him what he is, a dried-out bigot in brocade. We make it work.
I spoke with the Countess.
No blood or teeth marks. Good. Consider yourself formally initiated into the losing end of noble etiquette.
You didn't have to set me up like that.
She talked to you, didn't she? That's more than most get. See, that's where you got it twisted. That woman's got venom for blood and a title where her heart should be. She talked because you annoyed her. Snapped her right out of that death spiral by reminding her just how much she hates lizard-browed provincials like us. Call it a success. You woke up the part of her brain still capable of sneering. The question is, did you learn anything?
She disliked the guest next to her, a Graf Endel Vero. Said he was a boor who dumped a full goblet of wine.
Well, that's a wrinkle. Did the old bird say what color mask he was wearing?
Blue.
Back where I'm from, yellow marks a coward. But nobility
I didn't press.
Fear for wisdom and wear it like gold. So find the wine stain next to a blue mask and you found our Graf. We can work backwards from there.
Unfortunately, the butler cleaned the spill, and rather thoroughly at that.
Of course he did. Might want to run that scanner of yours. Find out where the wine hit the floor. Then we'll have our starting point. Bold choice bringing a discount snooper to a high-born massacre. Still, point it at the mess. Might surprise us both. Sort out where the Graf ended up. Then we'll talk.
I mean, it can only be two people, right? It's either this guy. Oh, there you go. Spilled wine. Okay. If this is the spilled wine.
Let's have it.
I think I know which that now is a
Let's
graph.
hear it.
Dark blue mask on the right side of the room between an empty chair and the purple mask.
First prize to the junior investigator. That fits the evidence.
What's the first prize?
A can of pressed slig. It's good on toast.
What's the second prize?
5 cans of pressed slig. The man chose his agent well. Always does, though. Got an eye for talent, that one. Well, meanwhile, I came up with 2 names of my own.
That leaves 8 to identify.
8 masked assholes dead on the floor. Drank their guilt, now they'll sin no more.
Any signs of tours?
Haven't had the pleasure yet today. Speak to Theophilus about Agade Yamari. That's what the note says. I suggest you find out what our buttoned-up friend knows before he forgets. Our resident astronomy. You know, I heard a funny story about that school. Makes the best of the best servants, they say. But I heard in their final year, the students are paired off in 2s and taught to observe each other obsessively. One of them graduates, the other disappears. It's never explained which is which.
Brutal. I'll go talk to the butler.
Oh joy, you've returned.
There's a note on the guest. A placement change for Agada Yamari. Why is that?
She was prone to a serious allergic reaction to a species of plant in our flower arrangement. She wished to sit as far away from it as possible. A common reaction to that particular flower. The wealthy chose aesthetic over practicality or safety. It's a wonder we can keep any of them alive.
Do you recall the color of a mask?
Alas, nothing pains me more than being unable to do your job for you. But I do not recall. I merely changed her seating arrangement prior to the gathering.
Do you still have that plan?
I regret to say that the seating arrangement was the casualty of a wine spilling incident by someone already deep in their cups.
Have a look at the flowers then. Okay, so these are the... Hold on, these are... No, these are the fucking flowers. Beautiful and expensive. The flower of Ikazi blend is rare and known to cause quite a few allergic reactions. Oh, smell the flowers. Strange that these weren't cut. Son of poison. Examine the guests. Where could she be? Looking at the guest sitting on the other table at the far end. Woman in purple mask is sitting opposite. I want to say the purple one is furthest away, right?
Let's have it. Then let's have it.
Purple mask on the right side of the table next to an empty
I'd say
chair.
it's more of a Zaffrey violet. But that seems to align with my conclusions. Good work.
What next?
I figured out one more.
Then there were
That
6.
snooper thing of yours chirped like it knows something?
I did. I found poison traces in the wine.
Well done, friend. While you were nosing around, I confirmed that the caskets themselves were not poisoned. Meaning?
The wine must have been poisoned here.
That's exactly correct. Someone doctored the vino after it was delivered. Always nice when the killer's polite enough to attend their own massacre.
What now?
Turns out the wine was arranged by a man named Ambrose Lucifera. Fancy name for a glorified errand boy.
Ambrose again? He's been at every murder location he
I
has.
had him dragged in. Now's the time to go poke holes in his story.
Please do me the courtesy of telling me why I am being detained. What's the charge? Supplying wine to a banquet? A decadent Arakeen banquet?
It would seem that you're involved in yet another set of murders.
Oh, balderdash. This is becoming intolerable. You've turned a juicy murder plot into something tedious. How could I possibly be involved with... Who did you say was murdered?
Several nobles were poisoned at this very banquet where you delivered the wine.
Well, now, see here. I merely arranged for the wine to be delivered. Everyone knows I have a knack for finding the best. These sealed bottles were poisoned.
No. To be precise, the glasses were
Oh,
poisoned.
well, there you have it. I took no involvement in their glassware, merely in arranging for the reception of a very fine vintage. I trust this absolves me.
What can you tell me about the wine?
A rare vintage from the planet of Grenbel, home of the exquisite Marrowsteer. A libation so fine, even the most domineering Chussock snob would weep.
Do you have any alibis to confirm your whereabouts during the banquet?
Why, yes. Any of the staff of the Seleucid Bull, as well as a few of the regulars, can attest to my presence. My debauching is quite conspicuous.
It's all suspicious given your past relationship with poisoned wine.
Perhaps it's my diseased imagination, but weren't you the would-be poisoning assassin in that scenario?
We were.
Still, you did find your conscience, for which I am quite grateful, and is the reason I am not more cross with you right now.
So I assume actually, I obviously don't know what happened because we didn't go through with the assassination. That even if you went through with it, something would happen that stops you from killing him? Because how else would he be here? Alright, sounds all reasonable enough.
Oh, goody, goody. With that unpleasantness out of the way, is there anything I can do to aid you in your remedial sleuthery?
Do you know anything about Theophilus?
He's what some call a town fremen. Impeccable service, a full purple-gloved member of the Imperial Footmen's Guild. Still, he harbors a certain intensity behind his eyes when watching the nobles. Those of my status often ignore the help in their complexities. I do not make this mistake.
Do you know anything about a stash of old Catholic valuables?
Well, I'm afraid I missed that slice of gossip, though it sounds delicious. Knowing nothing else, it leads me to one conclusion. If such a hoard exists, someone in old Carthage had prior warning to give them the time to gather such treasures and safely evacuate them. An intriguing notion.
True. I could use help identifying some of the dead nobles.
And now we are back to a morbidly fun game. Proceed.
Do you know who uses red and white as their house colors?
At that banquet? Afraid I don't know. It could be... No, he's convalescing from an undiscovered venereal disease on Chussock. Real trailblazer, that one. Before you go, I did pass on a note to one of the guests. You'd have to ask Theophilus about the recipient.
A note?
Roella Ramsby. She inquired about a particular vintage of wine, feigning expertise, but that woman wouldn't know Amontillado from sherry.
Oh joy, you've returned.
I have some questions about Roella Ramsby.
That name does not mean anything to me, but I will endeavor to answer as best I can.
I understand you passed a note to Roella Ramsby on behalf of Ambrose.
On behalf of whom?
Ambrose Lucifera, tall man, goatee, colorful clothes and demeanor.
Ah, yes, the drunken peacock.
Drunken peacock.
The man dresses like a walking dessert tray and talks like he's auditioning for a play no one asked for. What would you call him?
You've captured his essence perfectly. Did you deliver the note for this intoxicated poultry?
Now that you mention it, I did. The recipient was a woman wearing a terracotta-colored mask.
Any idea what it
I
said?
served drinks, not plot lines. I neither read it nor wept over it. Afraid so.
Okay, so there's two. Hold on. Search for the note. You notice that the index finger of her otherwise impeccably manicured right hand is in fact missing. Okay. Who's the other one with the terracotta? Note. There's nothing extra.
Oh joy, you've returned.
I checked out both of the bodies.
Congratulations.
One guest had a missing finger. Do you know who that was?
Forgive me, but I wasn't conducting a limb census between courses.
Is there really nothing you can tell me about the person you delivered the note to?
She did linger rather tenderly on the frieze near the dining table. But then touching things that don't belong to them is a long-standing pastime of the wealthy. I can say that I did not much care for that behavior. I had polished that brass for hours.
Your annoyance is understandable.
Now I shall have to spend hours more wiping away the fingerprints. After the cadavers are removed, of course.
That was actually helpful. I'll investigate the mural. Freeze. I don't know what that word is. But he's talking about this thing, right? Yeah. Handprint. Traces of a handprint. One finger is missing. Cool. So it is the woman on the ground there.
Let's have it. Very good. Was he still crying?
No, and it doesn't seem like it had anything to do with it. He did give me something useful, though.
Don't keep me in suspense now.
He passed on a note to Rella. I've talked to the butler.
Good instinct. Keep pulling at threads. We'll get somewhere ugly soon enough.
I believe I've identified Rella.
All right. Let's hear what you've turned up.
The terracotta mask lying on the floor near the entrance.
Yes. That fits. Another off the list.
You cross any off?
Let's see here. If Ruella Ramsby was there, that means the other terracotta has to be...
Don't leave me in suspense. We're down to 2, right?
2 masked assholes dead on the floor. Guess the toast hit harder than they bargained for.
Who's in the second terracotta mask? Was it Tors?
Calm yourself. We'll get there soon enough. Gotta build suspense.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
One of the remaining 2 guests is Lady Bianca Baghetti, a puffed-up hanger-on from a disgraced minor house.
Hanger dead. Check and...
That means the last dead asshole is... Sub-Prefect Tors.
So he really is dead.
No, I mean Tors is here. Good afternoon, Sub-Prefect.
He's behind us.
There you are. Report.
Sub-prefect.
Don't be so slack-jawed. Who else were you expecting?
Your name was on the guest list.
I was delayed. A pity. Perhaps I might have averted this unpleasantness.
Or you might be dead as well.
A grisly thought. One I've already entertained.
You didn't tell me I was investigating your people.
They are no more my people than you are. I watch them as Fenring commands, though their antics hardly inspire admiration.
But your name was on the cargo manifest.
What manifest?
The list of spoils taken before the destruction of Carthag.
Carthag. There it is. Motive. The killer is eliminating the survivors of the old Carthag one by one.
Why?
Revenge. Concealment. Or the quiet removal of a dangerous truth that could unpick alliances from here to Kaitane.
Like who ordered the destruction?
Indeed. And if you've a name for the hand that signed that order, now would be the time to share it.
No, but I know who carried it out. Our dead engineer, Austin Lath.
There it is. Motive, opportunity, and means. Our assassin isn't merely killing. They're closing the book on Carthag.
And you're next. The killer is coming for you.
Yes. And how do you suggest I handle this? What have you learned of their methods?
The killer's a ghost, in and out without a trace. No one sees a thing.
Then having failed here, where is our ghost's next haunt?
Your office in the Imperial Wing to finish the job.
Then I must go. To catch a killer.
I'm coming, you need help.
Don't be a fool. One sight of you and our ghost, as you call it, will vanish. Better you leave them to me.
This is rash, Tors. A Cheops player would plan every move. Patience.
Yes, well, I never much cared for Cheops.
But he talks about it all the time. I still don't trust him, of course. I think it's all fishy. This is it. Like, we're just leaving the good old sheriff behind. I like the sheriff. He was nice. He was nice, but he was cool. Right. Naked people.
There's nothing here. The killer saw us coming. Now the trail is cold, and we're going to have to report our failure to Count Fenring. You've been an adequate assistant. I'll put it all in my report. You can leave now and report back to whoever it is you report to.
What have we seen? He's fucking dead.
Stop! In spite of everything, the Master still wants you alive. To fulfill your mission. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. I still recognize you. Even with this face. Even with this flesh. You move like you always did. Smile like you always did. Don't follow me. I have a mission of my own.
And if you get in my way, I'll put you down. We can always grow you again, after all.
Right. Oh, Tors is bloody dead. I thought we would be able to follow this guy, right? Also, I don't know. I didn't recognize the face that he was changing into. But yeah, our reaction was so slow. It was a bit awkward, right? For a fighter and killer, it was like, oh no, there's a dead body on the ground. I'm just going to turn around and walk slowly out of this room. Oh no, what a surprise. This guy has power over me. Yeah, but our basically imprinted mission is find the Fremen, wake the sleeper, whatever that means. It is all rather ominous. I assume she's gonna be able to talk to Count Fenring again.
Oh look, the kitten is back. Do we have business?
I want to speak to the Count.
No. Without other orders, you report to me. Tell me what happened in Arakeen.
The murderer was a Bene Tleilax's face dancer.
A face dancer? I've heard of them, kitten, but never expected to have to deal with one. What did it want?
At first I thought it was killing off survivors from old Carthage, but I wonder if it was just after revenge.
Revenge? For what?
I don't know. Fenring said the Bene Tleilax orders destroyed old Carthage to cover their tracks, perhaps finishing the job.
Perhaps, kitten. The destruction of old Carthage was a catalyst for many changes on Arrakis. Who knows what sparked it? But come now. I've heard nothing of a captured face dancer in Arakeen, so I assume the creature is dead.
No, it killed Sub-Prefect Torres and escaped. I couldn't follow it.
I see. So one of the Count's best men is dead, and the killer has escaped. I like you, kitten, but this is a failure. The Count will not be pleased.
So what now?
I will pull my network and try to find out where this creature went. I will confer with our employer and contact you when I have more information.
Finally. I've been trying to find a moment to contact you, but Mother is relentless. Luckily, she's distracted by a social event, so I can get out of the palace for a few hours. Can you meet me at the Seleucid Bowl in Arakeen? Same table as last time.
This is what's annoying, right? So they make us fly from Arakeen here to Harker Village just to have a 1 minute conversation with Alara Turek to then make us fly back. Anyway, so Arista is the daughter of Jessica and Leader Atreides, I think, if I remember correctly, which makes this a different timeline, right? This is not the actual universe that we know from the books or the movies, because there is no daughter to be had for those two. So yeah, everything is a bit different. And she was part of us trying to find the Fremen. So we went through one of the sieges with her, and we met what's his name? Young boy as well. What's his name? Anyway. Fate Rotha, that's it. And they are meant, and those two, Arista and Fate Rotha, are meant to be married, I think. But Gurney Halleck tried to kill Fate Rotha while we were with him in a ship by exploding that ship, but we got out just in the last second. Saying that, Arista tried to warn us, so maybe there is a good ending for them. But I mean, Fate Rotha is not a good dude, is he? As far as I know. But he didn't seem too bad actually in that exchange that we had. The bloodline. She looks a bit like she's on dope or something. The way she smells.
Finally. You have no idea how frustrating it's been. Trying to find a moment to get away from my insufferable mother and... I'm sorry. You've just gotten here and I'm already venting at you. Bene Gesserit poise be damned. I'm just glad to see a friendly face. Now, tell me what happened in Old Carthag.
I have to talk to you about Santara.
I should have warned you. Father has tightened up security since our mutual friend was spotted here last. Don't mention him. Don't say his name. Either of them. Thufir Hawat has eyes and ears everywhere.
Doesn't that mean they're listening to us right now?
Almost certainly. Thufir Hawat even has men who can read lips in case of a cone of silence. But don't worry. Thufir has certainly judged you to not be a threat. Else you wouldn't be talking to me at all. Now, tell me about Old Carthag. What did you find there?
Describe the Bene Slilax lab and your discovery of your origins.
The Bene Slilax? But what could they possibly want here? And why this obsession with finding the Fremen? And that recording we decoded. The sleeper. Why would the Bene Slilax send you after him?
Maybe the sleeper escaped the Bene Slilax. He seemed to be searching like us.
And in return, they sent you after him. That might be the case, but it doesn't help much, does it? We still haven't found the Fremen, and we don't know where the sleeper went.
The recording we found mentioned a particular Fremen. Could it be this Stilgar?
Stilgar was a leader among the Fremen. Duncan Idaho made diplomatic contact with him before we came to Arrakis. I remember that meeting. I thought Gurney was going to start a war when Stilgar spat at my father. It's a sign of respect amongst the Fremen. Duncan had to explain it, but Stilgar... a hard man. As hard as this planet. He disappeared with the rest of the Fremen. If he is alive, I wouldn't even know where to start.
It doesn't bother you that I'm a Gola?
I've always felt there was something special about you. But what about you? Does it bother you?
I don't remember anything about who I was. Hard to be bothered by it.
I think if it was me, I'd be driven to know who I was. Where I came from. It shapes who we are. Even unconsciously. I could have ended this war. The reality is that I am in no position to judge anybody. Do you remember the last time we met here? And I saw somebody at the bar? His name is Fade Rotha, the Gnaw Baron of House Harkonnen. My betrothed. All I have to do is accept it. Marry the dashing nobleman. And all of this strife can end. My mother wants it. My father, well, he will accept it. But I can't. I can't bring myself to do it. And it isn't because of Fade Rotha at all. He's actually very charming, in spite of what he did to that bull. It's because I want to choose. So believe me when I say that I would never judge you because of who or what you were. I could end this war tomorrow, and I won't do it. That's who I am. And perhaps there is a way to figure out who you were. I have an idea, but no, it's probably too dangerous.
I'd like to find out.
You don't know what you're signing up for. That would mean going up against my mother.
Jessica. Oof. Is she worse than a cannibal or a face dancer?
So much worse. With luck, she'll never know. If I can sneak you into the archives beneath the residency, we can search for your bloodline.
That sounds vague. Search how?
That's not to give too many details. We're being watched, remember? Bring this token to Liane. She's one of the guards on the barricade outside the residency. She'll bring you inside, and I'll find you there.
Ah. Oh, we did get a new item, by the way, which I want to check out. Phaedra's white and gold mask with a phoenix motif, gifted by Duchars after the process verbal. The adornment projects affluence, decadence, and more than a little eccentricity. Armor value 130. Education 8. 8. Less stamina cost for dashing, which is nice. Poison mitigation. Sure, let's give this a go. Looks a bit creepy. Oh, we're gonna get to get in the palace. Awesome.
I expected you.
Cool. Now saying that, I will just actually. Yep, I don't mind this at all. Alright. This will be it for today for me. We'll continue tomorrow. Sorry, Deadly Melon. You just catch me when I was finishing up. I do enjoy the game. Yes, I've already put like 125 hours into it or so. There was just an expanded free update about a week ago with some more content, chapter 2 basically. So I'm just going through that. Yeah, saying that, that's it for me for today. So maybe come around next time. But thank you very much for watching and see you then.